Okay, I'm live. Who's actually up right now watching this? Ron, I know you're up. Ron, gross. You're pretty much the reason I came on. uh, so nobody is in here yet. Let's. Oh, that's me. So um, anyway, so Ron Gross, I was doing answering some messages. Actually, I wasn't answering them. I was doing the thumbs up and the little heart thing. And like you hit me back seconds later. Um, the truth is I went to bed at like 11:30, 11:45, and I woke up at 1:30. Binging, just boom, wide awake. I I came close to coming on at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and finally I said, fuck it. Um, Usually when I was in the joint, I have sleep problems. When I was in the joint, I had a rule that if I woke up like at 1:59, I would stay in sleep no matter what and go back to bed. If I woke up at like 2:01, I'd get up, turn the light on. I was normally single celled. And last night, not just last night, the night before, same thing, 2 hours of sleep, but I stayed in bed and um, that sucks too. Anyway, I'm going through sleep fucking bullshit again. So let's see what's going on. I want to talk about Epstein real quick. So I don't know if you guys know this, but it looks like they're going to go after a bunch of the people that were involved in Epstein's stuff. I was watching Panoid. I was watching Nancy Grace. What a mean, ruthless bitch that is. Talk about it, and she had a few people on. So it does look like they're gonna. It does look like they're gonna do that. That'll be interesting. And you know what? Think about this. How many years ago was that? 2016 or something like that. And they're just going after people now. That's crazy, right? Why is that? It's because they're a bunch of rich people. And the file has been stashed out of the Southern District of New York. Surprise, surprise. So, Noel, real quick. Oh, I just added that. Felon talk. I did see it once before. Right when I read that before I came on, I went and looked at that guy's channel and I subbed to his channel. So he does do a lot of the John Greshner stuff. My opinion about that, whatever somebody wants to do with their channel. Who am I to say what somebody else should do with their channel? Seriously, I'm actually surprised there's 13 people on here right now. Anyway, yes, I've been doing videos quite a bit. So my Wi-Fi was down from last Wednesday until yesterday. It was spotty a couple times, but it was down for a freaking week down here. Sucked. Annoyed 313 Convict Inc. is going back to its roots of hard-hitting and thought-provoking journalism. I don't know about, well, okay. I was going to say thought-provoking journalism. Yeah, okay. So the one I did yesterday, man, I was so surprised that I got almost 10,000 views on that one I did about my ex-brother Kenny. I couldn't believe it, for real. And if you guys are anybody that's a new subs watching this, I just want to say thank you, because I got like a couple hundred subs in the last 2 days. It just amazing. I had clueless when I did that. I did that part 2 just because I felt like I didn't say enough, and then I did that part 2 about him. This is Kenny Lassiter, down in Melbourne, Florida, January 27th, 2023. Cops executed a search warrant for, looks like methamphetamine and fentanyl. And dude opened fire on him. I mean, and you guys, if you want to know Kenny, I can think of dozens of people I would have known. What's up, Ron? That would have done that. Kenny is not one of them. And it was dope. And it was 59 years old and didn't want to go back to prison. So, I mean, I do get that. Wizard, what's up? Good morning. Yeah. So this is the first live shit week. So tonight, Rob, what encounters have you had with the sovereign citizens? Okay, hold on. So tonight, real quick, there's a video I did about the Aryan Brotherhood. It's not stuff I haven't said before. I just kind of put it in a different way. Anyway, and I think I'm going to do my videos at 7 instead of 5. I got to figure that out. That was an accident. They were all supposed to start coming out at 5 o'clock. That's the way I had it planned. Then when the Wi-Fi went down and it stuck, it was taking a day, like 8-9 hours just to upload a video, and that's what time it popped up. So we'll see. Sovereign citizens, Ron. I knew some, I don't know their names, that were locked up in the special, not management unit. It's for the mail, communications management unit, CMU at Terre Haute. So what happens is it's kind of like a black ops unit. What they did was they were putting terrorists in those units, and they were monitoring all their communication. John Walker Lynn, he was in that unit for years. The guy that got caught fighting over there in Afghanistan with the Taliban, he was in that unit. There was a bunch of sovereign citizen guys. So when they would let him out, they would step him down and put him in FCI Terre Haute first. So there was a few of those guys. And you know what? There's some of them that are really smart, but it's like they're whacked out. They can make you believe all that stuff. I actually did see a black guy that was involved in that movement file to the bank and ask for his $500 gajillion. And the bank wrote back, it was out of Tennessee. And I swear it looked like he was onto something. Then they locked him up. And he's probably one of those black ops units, communications and management units. So what do I think about it? Come on. Even if they have something, the government's not going to allow it to happen, So, but there's guys in there. I've known other guys that swore that they knew sovereign citizen guys that went home. I've never seen anybody go home by using the sovereign citizen argument. I did do a lot of research on it. What was that book? I forgot. I read a bunch of stuff about it. There was a guy named Bruce Neighbors, actually a friend of Leonard. Oh shit, he was a friend of Leonard Peltier, and Leonard Peltier. I was involved in a hit on him for Peltier. But anyway, I got a video about that. Alfie, what's up? I have the same sleep problems. So I'm going to tell you guys, I keep the heat off. So it's been cold, right? For financial reasons. And just because I like it when it's cold. So I have been leaving the heat off at night. And I'm telling you, I wake up and it's like 48 degrees in my house. But I slept so good. Not a few hours ago, but the night before, it's like 60. And I think I could have went back to bed easy if it was like cold, So I'm really not looking forward to spring and summer right now. I'm not. One of the reasons is because I don't have any freaking lawn equipment. None. It's all gone. And that's going to pose a problem here really, really soon. So yeah, Ron, in prison. Yeah, I've run across quite a few. There's some guys from Alaska, northwestern United States, Washington, Utah. I just don't know their names. They're not like names that would stand out, But for sure, I ran across them. Joey, what's up? California. Let me see. You in California still? So it's early out there. Hey, bro, while you were at Butner this time, were you with Vicamuso? No, I was not with Vicamuso at Butner. Yeah, I sure wasn't. The only guy I was around, Italian guy, was Steve Crea. My favorite mob guy of all time. Not including Carmine, but I would have to say I liked even Steve Crea's style better than Carmine's. Meaning Carmine still had that boss mentality, which is fine, which is cool. Okay. Carmine was about it, but Steve, you would never know. That's what I liked about it. You would have no clue. He didn't play that card at all, man. And I got big respect for him for that. And he was just like one of the fellas. And I said it before. Most mob guys that have not used drugs before, I know a lot that have, really look down on people that get high and stuff. Steve actually listened to conversations that us drug users were having and stuff, and had a lot of questions and all that. What's up, Redzilla? Man, I've been up since 1:30. I've been up since 1:30. And I have like well shit, I have to deal with the bank today. So they're trying to take this house from me. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah. So yeah, that's where it's going. And I'm gonna let the cards fall, whatever. I'm doing what I'm doing, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I should say they're gonna make a play for the house, is what it is. Sovereign citizens static videos will get you tons of views. Really? What would I? Yeah, but I don't. I mean, I can. I mean, I know quite a bit about it. Uh, yeah, I'll keep that in mind, Ron. I'll keep that in mind for sure. I was going to do one later today for tomorrow. I was going to even do it right now about the Aryan Resistance Militia arms, or actually, it was the Aryan Resistance Movement, which then became a prison gang called the Arms. And nobody really has ever talked about their founding and what it was. And that's what I was going to do a video on later. I got the AB thing today. And I'll go ahead and say it right now. I've been watching a lot of prison channels since I've been out. And I get really irked at how people describe the Aryan Brotherhood. It really does. It irks me. Okay. And I have friends that have channels that, and I'm going to say, and I say this in the video later, this is what everybody does. The Aryan Brotherhood started in San Quentin in 1964 or 65 or 67, depending on who's saying it. And they're usually reading from the Southern Poverty Law Center, fucking Southern Poverty Law Center. The Aryan Brotherhood has 20,000 members strong. Every damn channel does that. It's all bullshit. Bullshit. ABs they're a shadow of what they once were. A lot of guys. I mean, you know, people will accuse me of doing that video just to get views, because if you put an AB thing up, boom. And I don't. That's great, right? Tell the truth about it. Tell the truth about the ABs right now. Can they get you? Can they kill you? Sure. So can two lames. Look at the school shooters. Two little knacks on a compound can make a plan and come get somebody. Two little lames on a compound can make a plan to come get me one day and execute the plan. Same thing with some ABs. Not special. Once upon a time, those dudes were something different caliber of convict for sure. And I talk about that in the video. It was different. The laws were different. There was no cameras, and the walking cameras, i.e., snitches, weren't as much, and they were able to flourish because of it. But they're not what people think. They're not for real. Yeah. So, Ron, I'll look at the sovereign citizen thing. John Gresser bragged in an interview about clapping cheeks of punks. Frankie. Well, yeah. Listen. I have been told, okay, and I'm going to talk about this person in other videos who knew Mills really, really well. I've been told that Mills fucked boys too, okay, but I can't use the name, so I can't go on record with it. I have no, but TD Bingham did. That's a fact. Vanessa, I'm telling you, a dude that's an old gump was talking about it at Butner. Somebody else that was at Marion said, yeah. And they named Vanessa. And then I watch on As the Key Turns, Vanessa, the punk. Yeah, that's true. So the commission, or the commission, homosexuals. The AB shot callers are homosexuals. I mean, maybe Gretschner's not there. Bingham's the last. He's sitting in the box. Arm video will be good. Yeah, Joey. Yeah. So probably not going to be too long because it's pretty simple, but I just want to get the founding, because a lot of the guys that are even arms, which did explode for a minute, they had a gang under them called the 88s that exploded. They don't know the founding. They don't know what it was all about. It was the Aryan resistance movement. And it was put together on the streets for some guys in prison. And I'll get into all that. Talk about people you were with and watch the channel explode. Tons of new viewers and even new subscribers, big time. I don't know the names. I can, you know what? I can probably remember some. And I might even have some in my journal. I kept a journal in Terre Haute for about 6 years. And I wrote down a lot of shit. I had so much legal work that the cops, if they went through it, they weren't going to bother. So I wrote pretty candidly. It's a lot of it, you know, when you do journaling, you write all the bad shit down. So a lot of it's me crying to myself about getting high. Like every day I'm writing in the journal, I got high and I want to stop. I got high. Like for 6 years, I got high and I want to stop. Could do a video on AB Yandel getting dumped on his head recently by a CO. So that's out of California. I think California Department of Corrections, huh? What's going on out there? It's getting slammed down. All the level 4s are getting slammed down as a result of opening up Pelican Bay, which is, you know, I did a video yesterday about my opinion on solitary confinement. It is sad that I believe that it's necessary. I really hate to even say that, but it's true. I've done a lot of time. You know, it's a culture issue, a cultural issue that we have. Our prisons are full of gangs. White gangs are some of the worst. I know, I was involved. I got to find out about that though, Joey. AB Yandel getting dumped on his head recently by a CO. I got to find out about that. I have been watching some California. What's that guy? Formerly incarcerated or a prison? I forgot. It's a really good channel, but they had some AB dropout on there talking about the California stuff going on right now, and they're murdering each other left and right out there, boy. I don't care how much time I got. I ain't doing no gay activities. Frankie, I've said it before. I had a life sentence. You don't wake up one morning and decide you want to suck a fucking wiener or you want your suck. It doesn't work that way. That thought never crossed my mind, man. So the dudes that have gone to prison, it's like, oh, when in prison, do what prison, or you do it. What was the common saying in Arkansas? I do abnormal thing. Oh man, they had a saying to justify for their faggotry. They did. Because the Arkansas Department of Corrections up until 1998 was on and popping as far as homosexual activity and rape. It was disgusting, and it was a sign of status. It was crazy. And then I went to California after that, and it was totally the opposite. Well, at least it wasn't wide open. I didn't see it. Arkansas, you walk in on it in the bathrooms. I was a library clerk. What's up, Johnny Leonard? How you doing? I was a law library clerk, and I didn't know that when I went there. I'm sorry, a library clerk. I had closet number 3 at Calico Rock. I'm like, what the fuck is closet number 3? That's where they go and screw their punks. I'm like, what? No, you're not going to sit at a door 5 feet away from me and screw some dude. No, it ain't happening. I wasn't popular. I was not popular because of it. That's the truth. Okay, wait. What's this one say? I gotta go back. Yeah, it's insane. Anyway. Yeah, so what else? Oh, so going back to Epstein. It does look like they're gonna go after it. Pam Bondi, our attorney general, she's hardcore. She's hardcore. They're gonna open it up. I think they're gonna arrest a bunch of really, really rich people. They'll probably take, what's her name, the girl, whatever her name was, out of prison, and she'll probably be testifying. Gay for the state. No, they had so Jack. So I don't know, but they did have a saying like, it was, in other words, it was okay to do it in prison. I seen a dude make out with his punk, walk outside on visitation. I mean, full tongue in him. cuddling, watching movies. They used to cuddle at Cummins and Calico Rock, cuddle with each other, blanket, popcorn, and hold each other. No bullshit. Make out and walk out on visitation. Had a smoking ass wife and made out with her. I was like, oh. And these dudes I knew for a fact were both blowing each other. They're locked up in 69 positions. How do I know? Because I fucking walked to the bathroom one night and saw it. Because they do it on their bunks. It was crazy. It was nuts. It was, yeah. So now Arkansas, like a lot of other places, is all ganged up. 1998, they did the Priya stuff came out. They started locking up dudes. Guys that there's guys that were raping each other, not really getting in any trouble. They went back and started locking dudes up, and then the whole Priya thing, sexual assault, started charging people, but then all the gangs started. So the gangs kind of stopped that, I believe, from what I understand. I haven't been to the ADC, Arkansas Department of Corrections, since 95. Actually, since 94, 95, I did a violation in the county jail. Yeah. I really need to come up with more county jail stories about that county jail. Spanky. Anyway. I will say this is random. Spanky. Mike Sosha would like those. Mike. It's not Sosha. I can't fucking. I'm so bad at names. I am so horrible. So horrible. Okay, so Epstein. And then I saw something with, I guess, Gene Borello, that dude, talking about that he believed that Epstein got whacked for sure, and that his cellmate was going to do interviews and then had a heart attack. And the theory is that he killed him. When it comes, Maxwell. Yeah. Maxwell went to prison for sex trafficking to nobody. Rob, I don't believe anyone's going to jail. They all knew about it and most were on it. It's called Operations Trust happening right now. So you go back and look at the attorney generals, even from the Trump administration, and they were all promising to do something. This might be different. Nancy Gray was going crazy. You know, she was adamant that it was going to happen. And Pam Bondi talked about it. So we'll see. But you're right, because they're all really, really rich people. But Epstein, did he get murdered in that jail? So I'd never been in that jail. The problem I have with thinking that he didn't is, how are you going to keep so many guys quiet? Was he in a room by himself? I don't know. Like, I don't know the jail, but it just seems unrealistic. Yes, the cameras were out. Yes, he formally, I think, complained about some. There was a bunch of stuff that raised flags, and a narcissist. Well, then again, a narcissist might want to go out on his own terms, really. So I don't know. Who knows? I do hope some people go down. Who knows, man? Who knows? You guys ever see that guy up in Alaska? And I think he might be out now, and that DJ Delay's channel talks about it. The Avenger, like the dude was going and beating up chomos. He was abused as a child. And he even talks about going to a compound, I think in Utah. It was a white supremacist compound. And he had a girl that was on the other side of the gate, 14 years old, and she was a, quote, breeder. Real interesting interview. I saw the prison interview he did, but I think he's out now. I think he is, because I saw him and DJ Delay or whatever together. And it looked like, so I'm assuming that the dude's out. But that's an interesting case right there. He didn't kill him, but he went in and he sure did. Boy, he sure did beat the hell out of 3 of them. Yeah, and seems like a pretty smart guy. A little weird, but you know. Check out Operation Gladio. It's the same game, different name, 100%. He didn't unalive himself. He didn't unalive himself? Okay, Johnny. Okay. He didn't unalive himself. F. Brown, I think you're saying salute, salute. Let's see. So what are you guys all doing up? What are you guys doing up right now? I know MRE dude that has a channel, Mob Rats Exposed. I know he goes on at random times and gets a bunch of people. Wasn't his celly murdered? Murder mob guy James. I don't know. Wasn't a celly murder or mob guy James? I don't know, Joey, to be honest. I just heard it today. I got up, like I said, got up at 1:30. I was like, oh fuck, okay, here we go. Turn on the TV, and for some reason Nancy Grace popped up on my whatever, and I just watched it, and then the next thing was Gene Brillo and some guy talking about it. You know, I was kind of just skimming through it. I've been at work. Okay, okay, I got you. I got you. Oh, this guy says working too. Okay, well, I appreciate you popping up, working. What kind of jobs you guys do? Popping up, and I got at 5 o'clock in the morning. There's freaking flies. So it's been warm here. There are some holes in some of the screens for sure, and that my front door has a gap where flies get under. But like every video I think I've made, I've watched. There's a fly right here at 5 in the morning. Yeah, a lot of flies around this part for sure. Okay, I'm just waiting to read something. What else? Whitey Bulger was killed in the joint. Yes, Whitey Bulger. Yeah, wizard. Whitey Bulger. Yeah, I mean, and went out to Hazleton in population. That was like almost a setup for real. And the dude who did it, I guess there's I've talked, or guys have been on this channel talking about that they knew him. I'm so glad you did live while I was up. I hit the bed early and never got to catch one. Oh yeah, you haven't, have you? Yeah, you're right. And like I was telling people last week, I didn't have I didn't have consistent Wi-Fi all week. And to upload videos was a nightmare. Okay. Johnny, you're not one of the Canadians, are you? I don't remember. I don't think so. I know because I got some guys that are Canadians. I think maybe it was Doug Ross. I can't watch Nancy Grace. Yeah, Hills on Chalkboard. She is. Yeah, she's something. I was wondering how guys from Canada are taking it. What's that? Was there taking the tariff thing that Trump's doing? Trade wars, tariff wars. Two tough guys on the streets. Yeah, so I don't know. What do you guys think of the whole Elon Musk and the Trump thing right now? You guys totally for it, Doge? Do you think they're covering up anything? I mean, if you don't mind, that was just a random thought. Michael Thompson's going back in how. Well, he's just going to be PC'd up again. You're talking about Michael Thompson. I mentioned him in the video. I do. He switches up depending on who he's interviewing about the blood in, blood out, and the symbols of the tattoos. The Aryan Brotherhood were never a white supremacy gang. Never. I don't care if Gotti told them to go do Odinist stuff or whatever. Never. Love them. Wizard. I don't care if you're an AB and listening to this. You're going to tell me otherwise. I am in talks with the guy really close to me that knows a lot. I think he was a former. Anyway, knows a lot about the Universal Aryan Brotherhood that's right in my backyard. I'm talking to him later on today, as a matter of fact. That's a whole different animal. I don't know if you guys know anything about the Universal Aryan Brotherhood. Man, they blew up big. They did some big shit. But I think a lot of them, great movie, Blood In, Blood Out. Man, I didn't see Blood In, Blood Out. And I started to a couple of times. And I'm assuming it's about the Aryan Brotherhood. I don't know. But I'm going to tell you something. Bullshit. Not all of it's blood in, blood out to be a member of the Aryan Brotherhood. I know two that didn't put no blood in, except the blood that drained off their arms when they were shooting dope. They bled that way. But as far as putting any violence, nah. I think they're installing Okay. I think they're installing the technocracy that all of us have been screaming about, the digital police state the Dems were setting up. Oh, so you think they're doing what the Dems were doing? Um, well, I, I just don't know. It seems like a righteous thing they're doing, but is it a smokescreen? You know, that's the issue. It, I we do. I'm all for reducing the size of government. Okay, Eric the Fourth. I don't know if it's true or not, but there's recent rumors that Gene Brother is gay. The TV directors wanted to put that part of the documents, but he wanted to keep that part private. Eric the Fourth. I have no idea. Like I didn't even really know who Gene Barella was. I heard the name, but until I got out, just well, a month or almost 2 months ago now, I never, I didn't put a face to it, but like when I was talking to OG Mike and stuff, he'd talk about Gene Barella. This, um, I think he has drug issues as well. I think, I don't even know his background, what he did. I, I guess he's a mob walk away, drop out, snitch. I don't know. Um, he's well spoken. I mean, I'll give him that. He speaks pretty well. Like when he's doing an interview. Yeah, you have to. So I'll give the dude that for sure. But I don't know. I don't know his whole history. Canadian snowboarder being hunted by the FBI. Oh yeah, yeah, Joey. That Canadian. Yeah, that dude's hit. That dude's so hit. Canadian snowboarder dude. That's just a matter of time. Oh, the glass house. You know what? I have seen that before. That was a long time ago. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for bringing that back up again. People on the hill are the biggest crumbs of all the crumbs. Trump, we needed him. The piggy bank is closed. Okay. I mean that might be true. I'm hoping that's the case. Uh, you know, like the trade Stacey Abrams or whatever, $2 billion to what? Start a nonprofit or not or an NGO, is that what it was? Or a nonprofit to teach people how to do nonprofits. How much money did she skim? You only have to give like 20% if it's a nonprofit for the cause. So I mean that they just put her in. But there's got to be Republicans that have done it too, for sure. But the Democrats are losing their mind right now. Okay. I mean, they're really in a pickle for sure. I'm just trying to read this. JD Vance is the golf club of Peterfield. Go look up the poll entry, please. Just like Unsaid was not shut down. It's still running, but it's under the State Department now. Yes, they're getting headlines now. Okay, hold on. Go look up. Just like Unsaid was not shut down. It's still running, but it's under the State Department now. Yes, they're getting headlines now. Okay. I remember now, Johnny. You were really into that stuff too. I remember some of the Facebook stuff. But look at what they're replacing it with. What are they replacing it with? Okay, let's go to the next one. Come on. If the tariffs would cause us pain for a while, but then the prices go back down to where they used to be, it'd be worth it. But when the overtone window is shifted, it doesn't ever go back. Okay, I got you. I got you. Yeah. So you're right. Um, let's see. So Trump did run on the economy. I think he should, my opinion, I think he should come out and do like a speech about the economy. Like say, hey, this is what's going on. It's going to get worse, or it's going to whatever. Um, Trump won't do that. Glass House, 1972. Thanks, Jack. Yes, this is a movie that I'll watch. All about that. You know what I did watch, and I'm gonna do. I'm probably gonna do a video about. Oh, every time I go away from the mic, I know people can't hear. I'm probably gonna do something about it's. Was it Convict? I think it was Convict. That movie was so realistic. Guy kills an I think it was a convict. Guy kills the intruder in his house, goes to prison. On the prison bus, some guy who's like an AB dude stabs somebody on the bus, throws the shank to the back to some dude that would be like a Nazi lowrider. That dude grabs it and then gives it to the new fish. I mean, there's so much. That movie, it's like Shot Caller. You know, Shot Caller. I've seen different prison channels, kind of talk about that. The storyline, the way it happens, it's too far fetched to connect the dots. But that movie Convict, man, it's like even with the girl and coming to visit. Yeah, was it? Yeah, I was watching that the other day. Oh man, I'm trying to keep my glasses off. I did kill that man. Sick. Okay, you guys hear the chickens crow? Neighbors' chickens. There's a bunch of chickens crowing right now. Eric the Fourth. I saw a Gene interview about him being on Mass Channel. Yes, that's what it looked. Really? Huh. Well, huh. I guess prison's not a problem. Business in America equals no tariffs. Yeah. On this day, MMA. Yeah, the whole point is to bring jobs back to America. It is. And man, if you guys are consumers of the news, do you I do watch both sides. So I have a friend that only watches CBS pretty much. Doesn't have Wi-Fi. He gets it on the antenna down here. And he just thinks that Trump and Elon are monsters based on CBS. Not a few hours ago, but the night before, I watched CBS News and I understand more why. I actually watched what they call the legacy media, all of them. And it's a total different narrative. And if people wouldn't watch both, you would you would have such a skewed opinion. I mean, it's so different. And you know what? And Fox, which I listen to more, they're not they're not, when they say they're fair and balanced, they're just talking about the other side. But they leave some stuff out too. Hey, I see Seth putting out content. Is he out or is he still in? Seth is out. I see him putting out content. Um, yeah. So we talked one time about 2 weeks ago now. Excuse me. And excuse me. He's got a good chance of beating that case. Almost 500 pounds. It's the second case, by the way, since he's been out of that big sentence. Um, but he's got it, and I'm not going to get into his issues why, but I know some things about the law, and he ran it across me. He's got a really good shot at beating that case based on the search and seizure. Okay? Really, it's a big deal. We'll see what happens in that. Robert Rosso is a dope journalist. Okay. I thought you meant to just talk about dope. Speaking of dope, I'm not proud of this, but I'll go ahead and say it. I had my first serious craving tonight. Suboxone. I did. And it kind of bummed me out, to be honest, because I've been fucking bulletproof. Trump is being called the digital currency president, and he is, but it's all quiet walk to the CBDC, and when that is fully in freedom is out. Okay. Trump is being called the digital currency president, and he is, but it's all a quiet walk to CBDC, and when that is fully in freedom is out the window for good. Hold on just a second. Let me shut this window. Hold on. Oh, it's shut. Yeah, the window's shut, and I can hear the dogs like they're right in my yard. My neighbor, 5 dogs. What are they? Oh, geez, they're barkers. They bark full time. That's what they do, constantly. They're big dogs, and she's got like a small house. She's cool though. Trump is being called. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the digital currency stuff, man. So that's like gambling right now, and I'm a gambler, so I can't do it. I can't. I have no money right now anyway. That's let me be clear. I mean, the bank's like, I will probably get a call here in 2 hours. No bullshit. Augusta, what's up, bro? Yeah, they're coming. They're trying to get it. They're trying to take it away. I do believe. Wish him the best luck. I will, Wizard. Yeah, you're talking about Seth. I will be talking to him soon. I did see he's putting some more content out on his channel. Yeah, anyway, I'm not gonna. If Seth loses that case, how much time would he get? I don't know. It's Nebraska, so it's not the feds. I doubt the feds are not going to pick up that case. 500 pounds. It's marijuana is a Schedule III in the federal system now. It means you can only get up to 5 years. Actually, you can get up to 10 years with priors. Yeah, you can. But I mean, you can get caught with a state full of marijuana, and it's 5 years with no prior convictions, which is really stupid. They should just do away with the whole marijuana thing. We're getting ready to have the Halt Fentanyl Act passed. I have mixed feelings about that. No, I don't have mixed feelings. I think it's bullshit. Jelly Roll was really pushing that shit. He went in front of Congress and now let me be clear. The reason I don't like it is because it's adding another mandatory minimum. Fentanyl's horrible. I don't mind so much of a person's, okay, it's all bad. All illegal drugs are bad. Okay, I want to put that disclaimer out there. If a person's selling coke and a person is buying coke thinking it's coke and it's just coke, great. If a person's buying meth and it's just meth, great. If a person's selling fentanyl and somebody wants to buy fentanyl and it's fentanyl, great. Because they know what they're getting into is what I'm trying to say. The poisoning that's been going on, the adding, all that stuff, everybody that adds to it needs a bullet in their head. Metaphorically speaking, everybody. It's bullshit. So that's how I feel about that. I think Seth said something like 4 years. Bust in Florida, the biggest they had. Really? Biggest bust in Florida? And I'm going to say it again. Anybody that uses drugs out there, batten down the hatches, man. That Nick Geo and the Nick the Chemist story is one of the best. Joey Fix. Very accurate. Okay, so some of the things I said about Nick Geo pulling up and stuff like that, I have people that know him that told me this is where you went wrong. They all liked it and they all said I was spot on, but some of the facts surrounding the crimes he committed were a little off. That's what I can say about that. I got to go back and revisit that because I can add some stuff to that Geo stuff. I can. And when Primo gets better, he's a Chicago guy, knew all those organized guys out of Chicago. And he'll be able to, Wizard, yes, he'll be able to fill in the blanks on some stuff. My friend Primo, he had teeth put in, whatever, implants. It's hurting. He's hurting. Doing a lot better. Fentanyl. Yeah, but the Halt Fentanyl Act. So what they're doing there is they're going after money laundering. Do I care about that? Not really. It doesn't affect me. But there's a lot more tools they're using. But what they did when they designated those cartels as terrorist groups, man, that hasn't even got started yet. That's going to trickle into the little guy. That's going to trickle to the guy that sells in state, and they're going to follow the money. and those guys can all get hit. Warrantless searches. They can do so much under the terrorist act, so much. You know, fentanyl problem. We needed to go to war with China. That was like, that's like war shit. That's like probable cause to go to war. What they did with that fentanyl, because that was intentional. They were just getting back from the opium wars from 1900s or whatever. What I think. Going to get ugly. Yes. So if you're on drugs, God bless you if you can maintain. Prices are going to skyrocket, I believe. I do believe that. Craig. We'll see. We'll see. When I saw Nancy Grace. So here's the deal. I know Nancy Grace and Pam Bondi are good friends. I don't think she'd be putting that out there. I mean, look, I don't give a damn about Nancy Grace. I just don't think she would be putting it out there that strong like she did last night or whatever. I think there's something coming. I do. And probably because there's a lot of Democrats involved, but we'll see. I'm waiting. Yeah, very dangerous and cheap. So I don't know if you guys know, I was with an individual that ordered a gram of fentanyl from China to his house. And it came in 1 gram, $100 Bitcoin. And it said mix 100 times. $100, you get 100 grams. Mix 100 times. Me, being me, when I'm using it at the time, had on magnifying glasses like a jeweler with tweezers and tried to take 1 granule. One. I got like 2. Almost bit the dust. They want a central bank digital currency to replace our money. All money would be online, watched by them, controlled by the act that just passed. All those things are walking us to their goal. Okay. I get what you're saying, Johnny. I was going to say, yeah, because it's not decentralized. So if they're doing that, it's not going to be decentralized. Yeah, okay. I get your point. I don't think that they'll do away with paper money. There's too much illegal shit still being done. Even though digital currency they do, that cash is still king. I get where you think they're going to do away with it at some point. And most people, especially wealthy people, don't ever have cash. I'll never forget being I was at Butner Low in the hole. They sent me from the hospital to Butner Low. Oh, such a sweet hole. There was a guy there who was in the camp, but he got locked up for something, a finance guy, really extremely wealthy. And he said that he'd never seen in his life over $10,000 cash. I'm like, what? Yeah, that was something. That was a trip. Okay. So what else? Let's see. Oh yeah, now I'm getting a little tired, but I'm all in now. I am all in. I have to stay up. Actually, damn, there's like a couple things I really, really got to do today. Look at this school bus coming down the street. It's dark outside. Huh. It's weird. Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else. Like I said, I'm going to do the arms video. That'll probably be posted for Friday, I believe, today. I'm going to probably do a live. Man, I might go live tonight. It just depends. It depends what's going on. And now that I'm like going to be on 2 days with 4 hours sleep, we'll see. We'll see. I should have came on at 2:00. I was going to too. I swear, but whatever. Just trying to think of anything else to kill some time. Got more people in now, probably waking up. So the topic originally was I brought up Epstein because I was watching something tonight that said they were going to do that. Then people brought up that Gene Borello might be gay, which whatever. Trump, we've been doing Trump talk. Yeah, we'll see. We shall see. Man, what else? What else? Somebody always want to throw something out there? Damn, I'm blank right now. For sure. Well, I appreciate you guys popping up anyway. I'm not getting off yet. I'm going to wait and see if anybody else says something. Why can't? There was a couple things I was going to, I was going to do the arms thing live. Then, what else? Yeah, damn, man. I forgot. Well, shit. No. Look at it, Johnny. No. Oh, I do want to bring something up. Man time. In prison. Okay. So I'll go ahead and do the whole thing. So when I first went to the feds, got there in 1998. Ron, I'm going to read yours in just a second here. I'll put that up. When I first went to the feds in 1998. Have you guys heard the term putting in work? People have to put in work. You'll hear a bunch of guys talk about how they have to put in work. White guys have to put in work at USPs. That means you go in and doesn't matter who you are, whatever, you're the new guy out, you're going to put in work. That shit didn't exist when I went to prison in the feds. California was different. California was just, it didn't matter that wherever the area you were from, you were just kind of in it. You had no choice. But that didn't exist. What happened was there was the dirty white boys predominantly. You can do your own time. And then came the new prisons and a big revolt against prison gangs. And guys started calling themselves independents. And the independents became basically a gang. And they started having guys have to go put in work, which is stupid because if you got a guy that's really not about that, and you're forcing him to go do something, I mean, whatever, that's a whole different thing. Then these guys started popping up saying they're not independents, they're not on gang, they're on man time. It means like soul time, man time. I've never, ever seen a dude that said that wasn't fucking a super rat or hot, snitch on his case or whatever. Now, if you're one of them, I'm speaking from what I have seen, and I've talked to plenty of guys about this. It's a flag. What's up? So where are you from? Hey, I'm on man time, man. You're on man time. Yeah. Okay. So that means don't fuck with me. I'm on man time. I'm doing my own thing because I'm my own man. Okay. So what kind of 5K one? How many people did you tell on? How many times have you checked in? That's like what runs through my mind when people say, oh, man time. Ron Gross, Rob, I never gave you advice on the channel, but the sovereign citizens blow your channel up. Static videos, not live. You know, Ron, to be honest, I don't know how much content I can do with. I guess I can kind of figure it out. I guess I could. What I've been doing right now is just off the top of my head. I haven't been doing all behind here is papers that are from this last bid. They're a mess. They're in disarray. A lot of content there. In my bedroom, well, it's not a bedroom, it's an empty room. There's all my prison shit from the 24 years. And I have so much material out of that. So much. But sovereign citizen, I'll give that some thought, Ron, and see what I can do with it. I got to go back through some journals that I wrote at Terre Haute because I'm almost positive that I wrote some about one guy. I am. And what was that? What's that book? There's like a book that everybody reads, but there's a flaw in that book. It's like the main one. It's like the main one that really gets you started on the sovereign citizen thing. I don't know. Find somebody. We need to find somebody who's actually filed for their 20 quadrillion dollars from the bank and got it. You know, Wesley Snipes tried all that, didn't he? How'd that work out for him? I'm looking at you. Let me see. There's pain like bane. I don't pictures production. Greetings and beatings all. Good morning. How you doing? Costa, that's Joey. Okay, Joey, let me see. You guys want to add anything or put questions? Thankfully, I only did county time here. Granted, it was at Twin Towers, LA County. Oh, that's right. We talked about this before, Joey. But I didn't have to put in work in 2019, thankfully. Right on. So I didn't have to at Chino either. I never put so California, I didn't put work. I got my ass worked. I got my ass taxed by a 5 foot tall Mexican because I was calling him racial slurs all the way across the compound because I did meth in Chino. This is 1996. I did some meth, then I did some heroin, and I didn't feel the heroin. And I was convinced that he beat me on the heroin. And I was running across the compound like, you little bump. And I was saying things that I shouldn't. And this dude dotted me in the chin. Boom. Like one hit. I swear to God, no bullshit. This guy was not bigger than 5'2", maybe 5'3" max. Skinny. I was probably 24, 20. I was 25. He was probably 22. I remember talking bad to him, and then I remember seeing the sun. And then I remember a bunch of white dudes running, all pissed off at me, wanting to know, ask the Mexicans if they needed to beat my ass. They didn't, but yeah, because I wanted my money back or something. It was something like that. Yeah, that was it actually. But I never had to go put in work. It wasn't like that. But it was like be ready is what it was. That's what it was. And that was a Chino minimum. So I was at Chino Central locked down for 7 months and I went there. Rob, what do you think of Freemasonry? D'Agosta, I mean, you're asking me, and this is like a stronghold. that's like me real. So the video I did about the ABs tonight that's coming out, there'll be people that'll think it's very slanderous. I wouldn't go that far with the Universal Aryan Brotherhood because they're in my backyard. So I don't mind. I don't have fear like that. Honest to God, and I'm not saying this. I swear to you, and maybe it's unhealthy. I don't care. Like I've had 13. Was it 13? 13 different mob people threatened me one time. And a high profile mob lawyer said that he can't help it if somebody comes to Arkansas and shoots me in the head. That's what he told me. So my address is public record. I did a film of my yard. You can actually tell. But the Masons, that's a lot. There's the Masonic Lodge in this town. What do I think of them? I mean, it's just a group. I think they're a group. Okay, so I don't want to say this. Yeah, it's just a clique. It's a club. Do they have some juice? Absolutely. So I've known a cop that's a Freemason and straight up told me if he pulled somebody over and they gave him the signal, he's not gonna bust them. 100%. So all those things you heard about people in the courtroom and flashing signs and that true shit. Absolutely. Yes. So they're a clique that look out for their own. I don't know about the rituals and stuff. My dad went through that stuff. He was kind of like a Mason dropout, I believe. Actually, I don't know if he continued when I was in prison. I don't know. But it's cool that they're using signs or stuff from a million years ago, whatever. That's cool. But yeah, so that's what I think. It's a group of guys. It's like a gang, right? Only so I don't know. I have no idea how many Masons are in this lodge. Small towns, like I don't even know if there's 600 people in this town anymore. Um, I don't know. I don't. I know from a Mason cop that he told me that if you pulled people over from Arkansas and got it a lot, so they do that. They do flash signals, and that's true. I won't say that because but anyway, yeah, that's what I know. When everyone is on drugs in prison, especially dope, wouldn't being clean be a huge advantage in a fight? I don't I don't know. I mean, I fought drunk really good. Shit. I whooped like the biggest guy in federal prison. I have a video about it. His name's Big Jerry. Chad Marks will back that up. I haven't talked to Chad for ages. Chad will tell you about that. He heard about that. I would I, he would have smoked me if I wasn't drunk. So I don't know. Uh hell, I think most of the hits and stuff I did, let's see. Yeah. Yeah. Most of the hits I did, that was a thing. If we were gonna go do a hit or get into a fight, we got high first and then packed our asses full of drugs because we're going to the hole. That was a thing. So yes, if you're a workout guy and all that stuff, you have an advantage. So I used to do a lot of burpees, so I was long-winded. And I'll say this over again. I will show up. I got taxed by that Mexican kid, and I got my ass nearly killed and I did a video in the Sebastian County Jail in 1997. It was over some cops. I got into it with some cops, and they paid some dudes chicken to fuck me up. And said I called them the N word, bunch of other shit. It was three blacks and two whites, yo boys, fucked me up. Fractured my facial bone. I still got 50% hearing from it. I got taxed, man, and I lost my fear of fighting or getting hurt after that fight. It changed me. That fight changed me 100%. Um, I got knocked out 3 times in that fight in a cell. I shit myself. I came up from being knocked out. I hit the dude in the stomach. He shit, and we were sliding in shit. It was fucking a shit fest. Yeah, my face was this big. My face was blown up, and oh my god, my fucking parents were freaking. I went to court 2 days later. My mom was crying. In the LA County Jail, I got a fight over a phone. They always told you to hit the big guy. Well, I went in at 18 and did that. Didn't work out good for me. Black dude over the phone. I hit him. I actually hit him with the phone. There was enough cord where I got him with the phone. He looked at me like I was a gnat, and just bam. So that I got hit there. Then they locked me up because they didn't see him hit me. They thought that I hit. Well, I hit him first. But okay. I noticed while I was there, if you're big, it saves you from 50% of altercations. Good wordplay got me even further, so my county time wasn't so bad. Sure. And I know all kinds of dudes, small guys that have done prison time, sometimes from being a comedian. People have different defense mechanisms. Being big can get you fucked up too. Because if you're big, I'm going to go extra strong at you. If somebody is known as a hell of a fighter, you're going to put more effort into it. So that there's a disadvantage there as well. I mean, look at my demeanor, how I am right now. So, people have said, oh, this dude wasn't a shot called dude. Why? Because he's half a fag. He's got feminine manner. I do have some feminine manner. I do. And I still got a tramp stamp, and I rocked a tramp stamp all my time in the federal prison system because I hate being tattooed. I got San Pedro on my lower back. Still do right now on my lower back. And I never wanted to get it fixed. When I got it, there was no such thing as a tramp stamp. So then I go to the feds in like 1999. All of a sudden, all these girls are getting tramp stamp. Man, I got so much shit. Hell, I did a live with my friend Coleman the other night. He brought it up. I walked every day in prison, every prison I've ever been at. Radio full blast. That's like a no-no violation on the yard. bro, you can't wear shower shoes in the unit. You can't wear radio. I wore shower shoes in the unit as a leader of a gang and a USP, and I put the radio on my head full throttle, which is dangerous when you're in gang stuff. I didn't care because it took me away, but I would walk and yeah, my tramp stamp. I got so much shit for that, but whatever. Assassinino, what's up, bro? How you doing? I haven't seen you in a minute. I just came on, like I was telling you, so you missed it earlier. I just couldn't sleep. I just jumped on. They don't know any secrets then for real. The Gosta. Okay. I missed something. Okay. Let me see what you're saying next, real quick. I'd rather be a brick mason than a brick mason than a Freemason. Right. I mean, there's got to be some advantages to it. Let's just, like I said, it's a club, so there's an advantage to club. ISS, Oh, shit. Okay, so there's a lot. Wow, it was that bad. Here we go. You know what I haven't watched or paid attention to? Mob tube. Have not done it. And the fun starts. Watch this. Okay. Okay. Hello, Rob. Do you think it's suspicion if prisoner serves their federal time under an alias given the Okay. Larry, wrong. Hello, Rob. Do you think it's suspicious if a prisoner serves their federal time under an alias? 100%. 1000%. 1000%. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe taking dope is an advantage in a fight because you don't feel the pain. Yeah, for sure. That was the bank, by the way, and it's on. Yeah, so if I seem distracted, I am. If you were in the mob, they'd call you Robbie Tramp Stamp. Probably. Fuck. There goes my day. Luckily, I grew up in where Victorville was. Okay. Where USP Victimville in the early 90s, mostly black, like 5 white guys in the whole town. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. You told me that before when we talked. I remember. Yeah, Wizard, thanks. It's going to be a problem. Officially. I'm trying to get this. John Womack. Okay, I think I see. Let's see. Knew it. You knew it when the phone call came. Is that what you're saying? I'm fucked. I am fucked. What's up, dog? I used to get newspapers in jail and it was torn up because they used to have melt heroin on it and sell. I didn't know the whole time. Yeah, so they used to put marijuana in papers too. Newspapers were really good. You can fill them up, especially little ones, local papers and stuff like that. Then came the Suboxone, heroin. Yeah, for sure. That's why they tore it. They tear the label, probably, right? Is that one of the things? Thanks for putting that comment up, by the way. That's actually a good one. And there was a spy. What the hell was his name? It wasn't the most famous one. That the Jamaicans had Tony Pizza. Good morning, Rob. Hope you have a great day. Thank you. It's going to be a horrible day. It's going to be horrible. Yeah. How would you guys view Uyghurs and how would blacks view them? Dagasta. So when I went to federal prison, when I was at Leavenworth, couldn't walk the line. One white guy that wasn't a Latin king, was a vice lord or a GD. Terry Brown, TB. He was the only, and he grew up in the projects in Chicago. He was the only white guy I knew that can do that. Any white guy that came in rapping in 1998 to 2002 at USP Leavenworth, rapping, hit, done. I did a video about, and this sounds terrible, but you got to listen to the video, keeping point for a guy who was married to a black girl. Keeping point while he got raped. It wasn't like I knew what I was doing at the time. That's not what happened. You can go watch the video. Got a lot of shit for that. But the guy got raped. He kept going in the black TV room and was warned and warned and warned. And then some scumbag named Will Moore out of Oregon made a deal with some of the black dudes that were making shine. The black dudes took him in the cell, and Will was standing out in front. And then he stopped me and started talking to me when I walked by. And essentially, Will was keeping point why they tore this dude apart. And I sat there. Will gave me some shine. That's how it was. Here, like, drink with me. I knew at a certain point what was going on, but I didn't stop for that reason. There's a video about it. But that changed. So when I went to Lewisburg in 2002, the best rapper on the compound was a white guy from Maine. And he talked all that yo, yo, yo. But it's changed. It changed a lot. It changed a lot. Okay. Keep your head up. Thanks, Wizard. Yeah, they're going to start foreclosure on me. Like any 5 days. Pain like man. Augusta. Wizards Team Pizza. Oh, that's what I was going to say. So I haven't watched any MobTube stuff. I was watching a guy's show. I'm not even going to say his name. He's got sucked into all that. He doesn't even realize it, but whatever. And they were actually talking about Angel Gotti and this JT person. And I unsubbed and I quit. It was the same thing 3 years later. The same thing. Nothing different. It was crazy. Whatever. Augusta, are you? Wait a minute. Wizard. Oh, he's asking. Sure, I think. Yeah, that's him. That's him. He did a video about me, took off on me when I was in jail. I've never once got mad. When I first came out, he came in. You're talking about the guy, Eric, and I watched him for a minute, but it was. Yeah, and I saw like 3 of his lives, and he just happened to pop up, and it was anyway. Oh shit! Now that I think about it, he got mad at me for talking about man time, for saying about the man time comment. I didn't even mean that. And I wasn't even talking about him when I said that, by the way. And then people told me he got 30 months for cocaine, and they're trying to get me to comment, and I'm not gonna comment. I hope he has a great channel. I have a good friend that likes him, likes his show, and try to really talk me into watching and stuff like that. Like I said, the reason I just stopped is because of the mob stuff. When they were on trying to figure out how they don't understand the whole angel thing. They don't even get it. The drama is the mob too. That people talk about, oh, they attacked this person, that is what it's about. That's why people go watch. That's what it's about. So I wanted to comment and break it down to them and say, okay, this is what happened. This is what happened. This JT dude thinks he's going to save the angel, but then I saw things about him that I'm not going to comment on, and I stopped cold turkey. I winged myself off mob. I just stopped cold turkey off mob. Boob tube, no, mob tubes, nothing about that life. They know nothing about that life. Hold on, real bullshit. The whites don't allow anything. If you touch a white man in a black gang, all the white dudes will get rolled on. Say what? Okay. 1998, I'm going to say this again, 1998. From the middle of the country that way. We're not talking about the East Coast. In the East Coast, by the way, the white guys hang around black guys. You guys eat with them and everything. We don't on the West Coast. Wrong, right, and different. So there's different politics everywhere. In the federal system, if you were white and you were in a black gang, TB was the only one I knew. Okay, wait a minute. We're talking about white guys in black gangs. And by the way, I've never seen a bunch of black guys roll on any white guys ever. I've been in a race war in the county jail. Blacks didn't win. I'm sorry to say, that's the truth. But that started after 2002. Not saying there's never been black guys. So when you say bullshit, yeah, you might be young. Is Eric the type? I don't know. I'm not gonna comment on that, dude. I'm not. No white guys rapped. No white guys rap. The first time I heard a white guy rap, it was the first day I walked on the yard at Lewisburg, and we were like, "What the fuck? Are we gonna kill him? What are we gonna do?" That was an actual conversation, and then we learned East Coast politics, and we learned that the Italians got along good with the blacks. The New York guys, they eat together and stuff, different stuff. Total culture shock. Where I did time, if I was to take a chip out of a black man's bag, I'd get killed or fucked off. That's the truth. I'm not saying it's right. I'm stating a fact. Oh, I want to apologize. I kind of clowned on you for messing up and going back to prison, but seeing now makes me feel bad. Sure, don't trip. Dude, you got every right to clown on me. For sure. For sure. Look, do you know that the one thing I do, I can't say I miss it today, but I liked being in those fights and that mob tube stuff. Because there's no skeletons in my closet that can come out and go, aha, look at what Robert Ross. You can't. I put it out there first. Just take note, by the way. I put it out there first. There's really not much. The drug thing, for probation reasons, bunch of rats ratted me out. And I went back and looked at some old videos, and I was looking to see what I was on, or if I was drunk, high, this and that. I can tell the difference. It used to also make me really, in a sick way. If I was on meth, people would say I'm on opiates. If I was on opiates, people would say I was on meth, and I used to love that. Because I can look at you in the face and say, you guys are fucking stupid, but I was on something. I used to do meth. So I did meth every Thursday. I took 3 hits off a pipe starting in January of 2022. That's the truth. There's a good white rapper, OT. So I listened to Delaware. He's the guy doing Joey Merlino's intro. I get it. Hey, listen, I started listening to white rap after I got out of prison. Jelly Roll. I love Jelly Roll. I have not listened to, actually, I listened to 2 songs. It reminds me of being on drugs. Because I used to like to fucking feel sorry for myself and be all fucked up and listen to Jelly Roll. It was great. It's great shit. But Yeah, I don't mind. I don't like the yellow wolf dude and stuff like that. Yeah, that's how you check a good white guy's jacket in prison. Look at his MP3 player. I love the guys that got the racial tattoos and the swastikas and were trying to talk about white power, this and that, all have rap on their MP3 players. I used to bust them out all the time. It's true. Know nothing about the life of fat Eric flops flip flops every single day. Okay, thank you. I'm not biting. Okay. I can see. Yeah, he was preaching to other people, don't get caught up in the mob tube drama. Then he jumped right in. It can be addicting. It could be addicting. I will say that. I will say that. Um, it's just you can get some subs, but it can't sustain itself. Angel probably could just because of her name, but I don't even know. I have not watched her at all. Don't care to. Don't want to. Don't give a fuck. Okay, let's see. You were not touching any white vice lords or GDs. No, we did not. There was one. He was actually a friend of mine named Terry Brown out of Chicago. Um, so they weren't, we didn't, we bought drugs from them, had some dealings with them. There's a lot of them. Some of them became my friends later on. There was only one white dude that was a GD, no white vice lords. This is what I'm trying to tell you. So if somebody else would have popped up in one of those gangs, we probably wouldn't have cared because they're not seeing the white set. It's all about if they're trying to go on the white TVs, you walk in a white TV room rapping. If you walk in a white TV room and you're kicking it with the black dude constantly, if you're walking in a white TV room doing anything white, but you're hanging with blacks, hit on site. Boom. That's how it was. And yes, I agree. He's flip flopped so much. That's how it was. I mean, hate it if you're upset about it, but that's a fact, bro. Go look at the video about me keeping pointing about the dude being raped. Go look at it. Go look at it. Again, I didn't do it. Brain Drain was the name. The dude had a fucking big old cut on his head. He was married to a black broad. Called her his queen. And then he was going to the black TV room, and the blacks were telling him to stay out. And the whites finally, the blacks said, okay, you want to be black? Come on in here. Come on in here, white man. Let's run this radiator hose up you. That's what happened. That's what happens to whites when they got off in black sections back in the day. Don't know anymore. That's why we kept separate. So shit like that didn't happen. White guys used to get raped a lot. It's just a fact by blacks. Arkansas Department of Corrections too. For whatever reason. Have a nice day. Chat. All right, DeGosta, take care. It's gonna be a horrible fucking day. Thanks for trying. It's gonna be a bad day. Bad day. Fossils all banged out on it. So I don't know. I think he has opiate issues, right? I know he smokes pot. I have nothing against Eric Roth. Nothing whatsoever. I don't take anything from blacks. Yep, can't take anything from blacks out here in Cali. You'll get checked at minimum still in 19. Checked by the whites or by the blacks? So if you do something to a different race, the white guys are going to check you first. If you're a yo boy trying to run white, I would assume you're still getting hemmed up. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Was it? Oh, jerk, thanks. There. It's coming in kind of fast. Jealous clown. Jealous. Oh, clods their decisions. That shit was great when you would go in on Jimmy. That was fun. I ain't gonna lie. I'm over it. Ah, Benny. Man, I know he's called sometimes. The thing about Benny is I have to put money in the account to get his phone calls. I'm broke as fuck. It's getting better, but I'm able to pay bills. I'm like I can't like the bank's gonna try to take my house. But so I don't even have $20 put on the account to do that. At the same time, I can see after he calls through somebody else's number, but because I have my phone set up for contacts only, it goes someplace else, and then I don't see it right away. So when he's calling, I won't see it. That's what's happened with Benny. I know he's hot to trot. Good morning, Charles. Yeah, I got you. I got you. I got what you're saying. Really, I got you. Or you're real L. Oh, real. I got it. Okay. Uh, yeah. Yeah, Terry Brown. Oh man, That's what I should do a show on. That's what I got to do a video on. And, okay, Mike Hunter. Do you think Eric Foss is out of line for calling MRE a pedo with no proof? Wouldn't he get fucked up in prison spreading those rumors? I heard that, and I don't know where he came up with that one. In prison, for sure, but he's on the street, Mike. You know what I mean? Is he out of line? Well, of course, whenever you call somebody that. I don't know what he's basing that off of. I've heard people talk about MRE for all the time I've been on YouTube, and he deflects it really good. Better understand politics in the joint and in the life on the streets, or you won't last long. Fact, wizard. MRE keeps ticking. I've said my opinions about his stuff before. I like MRE, straight up. Okay, 2 white boys will come in your cell. They call it 23 seconds. I got you. So they get taxed if you take anything from blacks. So in Chino, my neighbor, his name was Sean, fucking biggest afro in the world. He had long hair, but he put it up sometimes. He was a blood out of Pasadena. Oh, Benny will have one. Fuck yeah, he'll have a show on something. But yeah, for sure Benny will. Benny's got a lot to say. Benny's got he's great. Great entertainment for sure. That's why I got threatened over by mob guys for putting stuff about what Benny was saying out, but I didn't care. But my neighbor offered me next mob tube phenomenon, Rocco. Yeah. My neighbor offered me a Dorito. I didn't take it, but another white guy saw me and assumed that I had done it before, started a whole bunch of fucking shit with me. That was like day 3 in Chino. That was fun. All right. So now there's more people on than there was earlier. I'm going to say I'm going to get off. I'll stay on for a few because all I'm going to do, you got threatened by it. Okay, hold on. As soon as I get off here, I'm just going to be fucking miserable. So I just will stay on as long as I can. Rocco, you got threatened by them when you were back in? No. There were some people that said some stuff about my YouTube. Yeah, there was. There was. I mean, I was shit. Look, I know me. So I would never, if I said something out of line and I got pulled up by investigation or by staff, I would never. So if I said prison guards are bringing in drugs, blah, 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 I'm never going to fucking tell them that prison guard, right? There was a lot of support, had a lot of support for real. But there was a few guys that were assaulted. There was nothing done about it. Now, I was not in a USP. I am sure if I was in a USP, that I'd probably just go and swing it over YouTube content, because people will say you're a rat, period, for doing this. Yeah, 100%. So I would go in there. I'd go in there ready for that. I went from like a minimum at. So while I was in the county jail, that was everybody. One person in the county jail, Washington County, one guy, but actually basically said, what's up? What are you trying to do? It's Cimarron. There was a couple in the medium. I got put in the medium pod. People have phones inside. People have cell phones inside. Yeah. There's a lot of cell phones inside prison. So yeah, they've watched. There was two guys. I came back from, I think it was court or whatever, that knew who I was, like right off the rip, that followed me for a long time. One guy was like, man, I can't believe you're in, like sick that I was back because I got out and I was doing good, and my wife and all that stuff. So, and then there was a guy that I was in rehab with, and in rehab, a lot of guys looked up to me in rehab. Okay. And when I fucked up, he said that it really affected the group that I left, because I relapsed the first time. Well, the second time I did it intentionally, because it was a fight with my wife. But anyway, when people found out I did, it really took a bunch out of the group, and it made me feel like a piece of shit. So anyway, but what can I do? All right, listen, because my brain is now going off about this. I gotta do something. I'm gonna go and have my miserable day, and I might come on tonight. Thank you guys for showing up. That AB video releases like 7:00. We'll see what happens. It's today Thursday. Now I'm starting to get tired too, but now I'm getting wound up. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for showing up. Take care.